I am Lanello, and I stand in your midst for the victory of your soul, your spirit one with God. I have been an advocate of you as an individual son or daughter of God for a long time, longer than you may realize. And though having recently ascended from this earth in 1973, I am now invested fully in your individual ascension in the light. I have tutored many of you. I have offered my wisdom in dictations through Elizabeth and through this dispensation through David. And I offer myself anew to each of you, if you would have me, as both a friend and mentor and as a guru. For I see the handwriting on the wall. I see world events that are in the process of being outplayed in future months and years. And I see the necessity for a number of you to enter into a deeper level of commitment to this path of oneness, even a certain spiritual intensity that you draw into yourself so that you may touch the garment of heaven and realize who you are and fulfill your destiny. Longevity on the path is no assurance, dearest ones, that you will ascend. What you manifest through conscious beingness each day and each hour is the proof of your self-realization in God and of the ascending currents of light that give birth again and again within you to the spirit of fidelity and love. There may be little slips betwixt the cup and the lip that occur in your lives, which do mar somewhat the ascension process for you. And you must be even more aware of the energies that flow through your awareness, especially your minds and your feeling body, in order to resolve those deep core issues that yet remain to be transmuted for your victory to be one. I see all that is being outplayed through the spirals and the cycles of light of your life. And I am deeply aware of the key elements at play, your psychological shortcomings and certain habits that seem to have gotten the best of you, dearest ones. How can we together overcome the momentums of the carnal mind and of those matrices that you have accepted deep within your subconscious that are still being played out in all manner of decisions, choices, activities that you engage in? I have sought guidance from Jesus and Kuthumi for you individually, dearest ones, and these great mentors and world teachers have offered me insights into higher psychological work that will, I pray, afford you entree into deeper mindfulness with the Buddhas, higher awareness with the Chohans and the Lords of Light. Therefore, if you would have me as your personal mentor, in addition to your other sponsoring masters, I will see to it that there will be a greater fire manifest through your conscience to keep you on spec toward what must be fulfilled and self-realized day after day, year after year, for you to come to that point where you will choose to ascend and thereby be a greater blessing to all mankind. You must choose each day in some way to ascend in awareness. You must even choose each hour in some way how to fulfill one cycle or spiral of light through your consciousness wed to God. When you are invested in this path, and when you see each day as a great opportunity to progress toward that ultimate goal and divine design of your union with God, then nothing can stand in the way of your attainment of it, of your realization of it, blessed hearts. Yet some of you still have somewhat of a lackadaisical awareness, thinking that because you put in the time each morning in these services, somewhat, and because you work here or there in some way, that you are progressing at the level that is required for you to fulfill your destiny. Well, I say there is this special energy of love fulfilled and devotion manifest that I encourage you to absorb deep within your soul so that it is ever present and the focal point, the driving energy that moves you into God consciousness and solar awareness. Revisit the words of Lady Master Nada in the Keeper's Daily Prayer, which has been a great boon in the life of this messenger, who still gives this prayer virtually every day, dearest ones, in his rosary. If you see and feel these words of the great Chohan of the sixth day as abiding deep within you, and you absorb their essence and feel the intensity of them, I can assure you that keeping that flame daily, you will sustain the light where you are, that will result in your ascension. Yet the sustaining and the maintaining must accelerate into a higher vibratory manifestation of cosmic emanation of light, because we, the Ascended Masters, require some of you as higher initiates to do this, to make that difference on earth now. We see the potentials for both planetary treachery and planetary peace. And this is a critical juncture of time and history, dearest ones, that you are living in. And when you apply the totality of your being to this equation and give your all throughout the day by maintaining that Christic presence within your life, within your mind, within your heart, I can assure you that this at times does make a phenomenal difference in what we are able to project for intercession in the world that will save sentient beings and inspire many to arise and awaken to the path of light that they are destined to walk in. This activity is an accelerated version of the Summit Lighthouse. I aver it. And your own mother, Elizabeth, foretold a time when she would be teaching those who had balanced over 51% of their karma some of the deeper mysteries, yet she was not able to fulfill that in the flesh through the summit. I say, this is manifesting through this activity, and you, each one, are the beneficiaries of this accelerated teaching on the crystal rays, the path of the Buddha, and of how you may make greater progress through this devotion, through this focus of the crystalline frequencies that flow from deep within you to manifest the divine spirit and the holy spark of freedom, integrity, and reunion with God. How can we reach more with our core message? You are making progress, dearest ones, and much is already in place. And I have revealed through David unto the staff my desire to use the media at your disposal to accelerate these opportunities. And I encourage you to continue the conversation recently begun during the Monday night staff meeting, for this is not in any way the end of this discussion, dearest ones. There must be a plan considered and developed. There must be initiatives that you decide as an organization and community, as a movement of light, to engage in and to fulfill month after month, year after year, and to see the results of the pressure of light that you incorporate into these plans and dreams. We applaud your efforts, and in these few 13 years, much has been fulfilled. Yet there is much more that can be done. And lest any think that their mission is almost accomplished, including David, I say, dearest ones, there is ample opportunity for greater acceleration, greater work, greater service, greater givingness on each and every one of your parts. If you think that you are giving your all, read the lives of the heroes and heroines of the past who laid down their lives for others to save hundreds and thousands and occasionally tens of thousands of souls. If you think that you have no more time or money or inner resources to give, think again. For from the great cosmic pool of light of your soul and your causal body, there are infinite potentials for greater givingness and authentic releases of light and virtue. You may draw forth from universal cosmic substance all that you require to get to any conference, any pilgrimage that you desire to attend. I say it, and this is the truth. It is up to you and your desire to make it manifest that draws unto you the resources and the cosmic light to then fulfill it. You have read miracle stories of those who had so much inner God desire to do something that somehow magically it manifest. And yet, dearest ones, some of you think, oh, this is not for me. I can't do this. And yet, you have this teaching. Use it. Prevail with it. Accelerate with it. It is time for some of you to get off of your couches or wherever where you are seeing something less than your full potential realized. I see your full potential. I know who you are. I know the God essence that abides within you. And I am determined as a co-founder of this movement that each and every one of you who calls yourself disciple, who calls yourself initiate, will indeed divinely and creatively manifest your divine spirit and fulfill your reason for being and your ascension. You see, I am intent upon receiving greater dispensations, and when I come to deliver this type of fire unto you. It is to goad you so that you make greater progress, so that I can then in turn receive those dispensations to give you more, dearest ones. It really is a simple equation if you think about it and consider it. And so do not feel depressed that I am encouraging you, each one, to make greater progress. It is not a statement about this or that person who has been negative or whatever. It is simply the greater collective victory that I am about. It is the victory of this mission, this vision, which you have just stated again. We could have been already at the point of having a number of properties where initiates gather for all manner of creative activities, dearest ones, if some had fully applied themselves and surrendered their all. Yet we have what we have because of decisions that have been made, and so we move from this point of fulfillment into the future with great cosmic intent, with joy, with reverence for all, and with this new spark of fire in our breast. If you can feel what I feel, and you can know what I know, dearest ones, the impressions that will manifest through the engrams of light that I deposit within you will indeed spring forth as seeds of joy, arising within you each day and each hour to move the collective forward victoriously from this day forward. Yes, we have marched and marched, and we are in April now, and that march is accelerating, and that light is brimming with solar fire. And I dare say that when some awaken to what is available through this activity and through this glorious dispensation, they will be amazed to see what you all have co-created with us. And they will be astonished at the great light that they now feel, when before they could not feel it at all because they did not believe. Well, they must believe when they see you with your auras of fire, with spiritual integrity and the glow of love. Yes, love is the key to your divine destiny and to holy alchemy, I repeat. And with Saint Germain, Moria L, Kathumi, Mother Mary, all the sponsoring masters, including the Divine Director in Om Ram, Paul the Venetian, and the great ones here and there, east and west, north and south, we will have our victory. Do you aver it?
Yes.
Do you really believe it?
Yes.
Thank you, dearest ones. I return you to your service in joy, in harmony, and in love. And remember, I am with you, even as Jesus is with you, as your magnanimous heart man, as your ever-present guru, to encourage you, to cherish you, and to inspire you to be your best, your brightest, your most beautiful. I see you fulfilled in God, now and always. Thank you.